We made when we were y'all age, we messed up. And part of what we do is called counselor action is C.O.T.A. It's about thinking before you make those bad decisions. A lot of y'all right now probably being pressured either to be in a gang, be a part of a gang, or running around gang members. And when you make those decisions, there's consequences behind those decisions. The consequences for me was 17 years out of my life. Some of y'all, who's in here over 17? You got 2 people in here over 17. 2 people in here over 17. So all of your life, I was locked up. Locked up in jail. And somebody's gonna talk about jail, so I ain't gonna talk about jail. But 17 years for one wrong decision. I made that decision at the senior year of high school. I was supposed to graduate in May. But by running with the wrong people, making the wrong decisions, I wound up robbing the jewelry store and catching 17 years. Choices you make now will determine your future. Gang life, I got into the gangs. I'm from Chicago. I'm from the west side of Chicago. And it's like, as soon as you come outside, you got a choice to make. Either you can be with the gangs or you can be not with the gangs. I had a pass because you see how tall I am. I was this tall in the 8th grade. So I was good at football and I was good at basketball. But because the friends I ran with, I made the wrong choices. Because see, I used to like the streets. I used to like to smoke weed. I used to like to cut school. I used to like to not listen to my parents. I used to like to not listen to coaches. Because I thought that was cool. I thought that was the way to go. That was what we could consider a man. By far, that's not what you consider a man. Can anybody tell me what you would get out of gangs? Once somebody said kill, somebody said nothing.
Jail.
Somebody said jail. All right, so if a lot of you know this, because every answer everybody gave, a lot of y'all know the same answer, why do you think we still choose gang life?
Safe haven.
Huh? Safe haven. Anybody else? Good answer. Anybody else?
For a family.
We said it. Somebody said safe haven, somebody said family, and somebody said to belong. And those are all correct answers. But those are also all false answers. Because that's not your true family. So you think your crew that you're with right now is your true friends and your true family. But just grow a little bit or even look back in your life and look at situations when you got in trouble. It could be in school for talking in class. It could be for after school for fighting. Where was that clique and crew at? 9 times out of that 10, that clique and crew that you consider was some of the same people that told on you. Because who told on me was somebody that was with me and then somebody that we put down. So we robbed the jewelry store. Somebody that we gave some jewelry to got caught and supposed to be our friend told on us. And then when the next person got caught, we was young so he couldn't handle pressure, so he signed a statement. So by the time they come up to me, I'm finished. I got two people that signed statements against me that's supposed to be my crew, that's supposed to be my friends. What can I do? I can't do nothing but cop out. Because I can't take them to trial, because I'm going to blow trial, because they're going to come and testify in trial. So when you only in life, you're lucky to only have 1 or 2 true friends. So the crew and the gang and the family, that's all false. And anybody that was in the gang and got out of the gang can tell you, man, that's all false. When you get in trouble and you're in jail, who do you think the only person that stuck by me?
Your mom.
Right. I got a couple letters from some friends, maybe a couple money orders, but for the whole time I did, nobody was there but my mother, man. Coach may have wrote me here and there, sent the picture. A few girlfriends may have wrote me, whatever. But all that falls off at the end because nobody's sticking around that long. The next man probably, the man that was with me probably bagged my chick. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You laugh and joke, but that's how it goes, man. That's life. That's a part of life. So our whole goal is to let y'all know, man, if y'all involved in a gang, or some of y'all are probably flirting with gangs, try your best, man, to walk away from it. If you with the EOC, the EAC, the Martin Luther King Center, whoever y'all with, any other organization, Concerned Fathers, whoever y'all with, don't be scared to ask these people for some sort of help. Don't be scared to ask for help because you're a young man, you need help, you need guidance. That's what this whole program is about, man. Do you realize that you can really get in tune with some of these people? They willing to help you, we willing to help you, but all we can do is connect you to different things and tell you how not to live. But you got grown men in here that made the right decision that can get you along in life. What you want to be when you grow up, man? Yeah. All right, so there's lawyers and there's businessmen out there right now. So anybody that owns a business, anybody that's a lawyer, what you should be doing is, let me get your card. The lady that runs this program is an ADA. Give her a card. Because they got programs that they can pull you into when you're coming up. You understand what I'm saying? And if that's what you really want to do, you get into it next. What you want to be? Basketball player. You got to have a balance in basketball. Next time I see you have a backup plan. I'm not the only speaker here. We got other speakers. This is my guy, I've been knowing him for years. He's also a part of C.O.T.A, but as I always say, he can tell his story better than I can. Jules.
What's up, everybody?
All right.
Thank you for that one clap. I
I
appreciate
want to talk to you guys about three things. The first thing is going to be my experience in my community before the game. My experience in my community before the game was such a good experience. Like, we played football together. Friends was really friends. We ate each other's houses. And if one of us did something wrong, it was nothing wrong with that. We just, told them about, we had a conversation with that person, like, yo, what you did was not cool, or whatever, and we went on about our day. And that's some of the things I reflect on when I ask the question of what happened to us, right? And now I want to talk about my experience once I entered the game. Once I entered the game, it was a shock. I was not prepared for what I was going to have to do. What I mean by that is not even with our enemies or so-called guys who doesn't like us. I'm talking about the guys that I've been calling friends for the last 15 years. Now someone that was not from our community was dictating to me that if he did this, that something should be done to him. If he broke the rules, something should be done to him. So as a 16-year-old, how do you think I feel when someone comes and tells me that, I need you to beat up your friend of 16 years because he did such and such? Or, I need you to do this to another community member because he was not in the game. But meanwhile, his parents done fed me, I done ate at his house. So mentally, that's a shock. This has been your friend, your good friend all years, but he just decided not to be in the game. You decided to be in the game. And now your new so-called friends are telling you you should do something to him because he spoke to somebody's girlfriend, or he so-called violated somebody in the game for whatever reasons, right? That's a big shock. So because of that pressure, I'm knowing it's wrong, I don't feel good about it at all, and I still follow through with it. So mentally, that starts to do something to you. Coldness come over you, to where you start thinking about your morals, or you start thinking about just being a human being, how you feel about that. To now, when you walk through your community and people know what you've done to another community member, you start icing them. You automatically start making everybody your enemy that's not in that game. But when I think about it, these are all the people that had my back. These are the guys that came to my basketball games. These are the guys that cheered for me when I was on honor roll. These are the guys that if I didn't have it, they gave me $1. Now all of a sudden, because they're not in my game, they're my enemy. So that was a real shock to me. And when I talked to my other friends, that was a real shock to them too. They never looked at it that way. They never looked at it as, like that was my man for 16 years. We were told that he's a 550. And a 550 is someone that's not a part of the game. So what we do when we use terms like that, we make that person a stranger. So instead of me saying, that's Wallace Watts, that's my friend, I can identify that. It'd be hard for me to do something to Wallace Watts. Now I'm saying he's a 550. So he no longer has a name, he's no longer from this community. So now I can put that in my head and say, I'm beating up a 550. I'm not beating up my good friend of 16 years, Wallace Watts. So I want you guys to be careful of that too. I want you guys to pay attention to language. When someone is asking you to do something, I want you to pay attention to how they're phrasing it. Because what makes that acceptable? It's a pitch. For someone to tell you to go out and do something to your friend, they have to make that acceptable to you. They have to make you be able to receive that. Or even your brother. I've seen guys shun their own brother because he was not in the game. Right? You live in a household with him. This is a family member, you love him. So I want you guys to pay attention to that. I want you to pay attention to when someone is speaking to you, what language they're using. Are they using foreign language? Or they saying stuff like, yo, stay on 50. You know, ask yourself, why is that language being used? The last thing I want to talk about with you guys is what's on your mind? What have you been thinking about? And I'm going to give you an example of that. I always monitor what I'm thinking about. So last night, I'm going to give you my day yesterday. So yesterday, I have a newborn. I woke up at about 6 in the morning. I argued with my girlfriend about why I'm up and she's home and we have a newborn. I got about 2 hours of sleep and I had to be to work at 5. I got to work late, and from 5 to 3 in the morning, I was at work. So I got home around 4 o'clock, my commute. And I got a call about 8:30 from my friend Marcellus asking me what time I was going to be here today, right? So I'm super exhausted. But the reason why I'm here is because I understand, right? I understand that it's important to reach you guys before somebody else does. And what I'm trying to convey to you right now is, how do you determine what you're doing? How do you place importance on your decision making? How do you say today, I'm going to get up, comb my hair, get dressed, and then I'm going to go play basketball? I want you to think about what you decide to do first. You said you want to be a cop. I want you to actively search for a cop and shadow him and ask him questions of how he wanted to do it. You said you wanted to be a lawyer. I want you to actively. That becomes important. What you decide is important is going to determine where you end up in life. If you wake up every day and decide it's most important just to hang out with your friends and chill, then that's what you're going to end up doing when you're 21, when you're 31, when you're 41, when you're 51. The faces on my corner does not change at the corner gas station. They were the same faces when I was 11. They were the same faces when I was 21. When I went away and I did my 9 years, they was the same faces when I came back at 32. They're the same faces there right now today. What I'm saying to you guys is these guys did not have a mentor. I want you guys right now, whatever you want to be, I want you guys to look that person up. And this is what we call shadowing. You shadow this person, you read up everything about him. Who ever seen Kobe Bryant play basketball? Who does he resemble when he played basketball?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. You think that's by accident? He knows everything about this man. Because that's what he wanted to be. He had a model. A model is an example of success. So he looked him up. He's seen what he eats, how he trains, how he shoots, even his body language. He stole everything. How he puts his tongue out when he's going for a shot. And you want to take everything from him. What kind of car he drives, where he eats at, who he talks to, what he's invested in, what kind of family man is he. Take all those things into consideration. Because you're standing, what they make you do. They make you do it exactly like the person that he showed you to do it. He says, touch that line. When he said break and get on your back, get on your back. If you're not doing it right, what did he say? Do it again. Exactly. So I want you to mimic that person. So that's my homework assignment for all you guys. I want you guys to look up a person that you're inspiring to be. I'm doing it right now. My person is Obama. I don't know how close I'm going to get to him, but I'm trying. And when I say Obama, he's a great family man. I see pictures of him playing with his daughters at the beach. I see pictures of him with his wife. They going on a one-on-one. He's flying up from one state to another state. When he was talking about income earlier, that's the importance of income. When he's yelling those numbers out to you, 80,000, 70,000, this guy makes that. The purpose of that is for you to translate is, this is how you're going to take care of your family. This is how you're going to protect your family. That's what a man does. A man is a provider, right? He's a protector. You can't do that without income. You're going to be in depression. When your girl comes and says, how are we paying this rent? How are we going to transport from place to place? Right? You need to be able to have answers to those questions. So that's why he's shouting those numbers out. They make 80,000, they make 70,000. Who's here from Long Island? In Long Island, the average income you need to be okay out here is $70,000. But the average income black men are making is about $35,000. That's halfway short. That's a lot of pressure on black men. I'm saying to you guys, don't put yourself in that position. My name is Julius. I'm gonna leave my phone number or contact number for you guys somehow, some way, shape, or form. And if you guys ever need to get in contact with me for any shape or for any reason, I'm also with C.O.T.A. That's Council of Thought and Action, 9 Center Street in Hempstead. I'm there 4 days a week, from 10 to 5. So if you guys just want to stop by, have a conversation, if you guys want to do a plan, a 45-day plan or a goal setting, feel free to stop by, all right? You guys have a good day, man. I'm glad you all came out.
What you want to do with your life? You spoke about gangs, and the other topic is jail. This other young man, he can tell the story better than I can, but he made a mistake at 14. And right now he came home, he's doing beautiful. He's willing to speak. Called me about 18 times this week just to make sure he was on the list to speak, so he desires to speak. And that's what it is about giving back. Keith.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Keith. I'm going to speak to you guys about incarceration. I'm going to try to sum my story up, but I'm going to give you nice bits and pieces so you can understand where I'm coming from. Like Marcellus said, at 14 years old, I got incarcerated. I ended up doing 21 years. I came home when I was 35.
Shit.
I'm 38 right now. I'm 39 in August. You can imagine what I was incarcerated for that length of time. But the truth behind the matter is that I was innocent. You feel what I'm saying? But being around certain people in my environment, hanging out with the wrong crowds, doing the wrong things, making the wrong decisions at such a young age. You know, when you're that young, you don't realize how a decision like that could affect your life in the long run. See, when you sit back and you're my age, that's when you're like, wow. You know, like, this is everything I could have done to prevent that. So basically what I'm going to be speaking to you about this morning is just, you know, raw prison stuff. You know, I've been in like 32 different jails. I've been in Attica, Clinton, Comstock, Elmira, Sing Sing, Cape Vincent. I've been all over. You know what I'm saying? Through my travels, I've had issues with gang activity like this brother right here, but I've never been a gang member. It was hard for me because, unfortunately, I did my time by myself. Like, I very rarely got visitors. I very rarely got letters. I very rarely got mail. I very rarely got packages. So I was in there 14 years old on my own. You know, I was faced with a lot of adversity. I was faced with a lot of challenges, and due to the fact that, you know, I had that lack of support, I was just extremely violent. You know, I stayed in the box. You know, I didn't have no respect for authority. I didn't want to listen to nobody. You know, I didn't have no compassion. I didn't have no remorse. You know, I just wanted to be that dude. Like, yo, don't mess with me. And it cost me 21 years of my life. You know, like I said, I didn't do nothing to go to prison. But my actions while I was in there caused me to do so much time. You know, and this Friday, I'm supposed to be getting off parole. It's been a very long journey for me. It's been crazy, but the most that I can give to a lot of you young kids is that, you know, when you see a guy like me or you see a guy like Marcellus and you see a guy like Julius, you know, we try to give you real life so you ain't got to go through that real life. You know, your reality can start now. You know, a lot of you kids aspire to be a lot of great things. Like you said, man, you know, it's a remedy for that. You gotta remake whoever you want to be. It's just like, you know, I listen to Steve Harvey every morning. And he said on the radio the other day, it's a certain type of process to be successful. So you gotta look at it like making a cup of coffee. Or if you're a child, you're making Kool-Aid. In order to make some good Kool-Aid, you need hot water or cold water, however you want to make it. But you know if you use hot water and put sugar on it, it's going to be better. So you put your hot water, you put your ingredients in there, and you set it in the refrigerator, you take it out of the refrigerator, you pour it in your cup, you taste it and out. It's the same thing. It's like walking up a ladder. When you walking up a ladder, you got to hit every rung. You can't skip a rung because if you skip it, you're going to have to come back to that rung. You know, just like, you know, if I was to put encompass everything I've been through in my life, I would say I came out okay. You know, for the most part, I would say I came out okay. I'm still struggling with certain issues, but what I would stress to you guys is, man, find your own identity. You know, be yourself. You know, don't try to be cool. You know what I'm saying? To me, being cool is being who you are. You know, don't try to be the next man, like in a negative light. But if you got a brother that's going to lead you to the water and be positive about it, that's who you need to be around. You know, those are the type of individuals you guys need to surround yourself with. You know, it took me all these years to realize that. You know, like I said, I'll be 39 in August, man, August 17th to be precise. And I've only been out here for 3 years. Right now, I'm looking for a job. I just had a job. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. To no fault of my own, I was in construction. I got laid off. I'm in college, studying to be an HVAC technician. My average is between like a B plus and a B. I got one more semester. I have my degree in January. I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm just telling you to be like yourself. You know, I want to inspire. I like to inspire young people. Because when I see young people, I see myself. You know, when I see a 14-year-old boy out there in the street running wild, I see myself. You know, and I didn't grow up in the best household, you know. My stepfather was a drug dealer. My mom was addicted to crack. You know, I grew up in that, you know, seeing all the treachery that type of life could do to a family. You know, I just recently seen my moms for the first time after 24 years. And, you know, me being an adult now, I asked my mother, like, why you never came to see me? Why you never wrote me? She cursed me out, told me she don't owe me no explanation, told me she don't owe me nothing. I took it with a grain of salt, like I'm grown now. So, you know, that nurturing love from a female, I never got that from my mom. I get that from my girl. That's my girl right there. Jeez. No,
it's all right, bro. It's all right, bro. It's all right.
It's hard. It's hard for me to show my feelings to people because of what I've been through. It takes a lot, man. It really takes a lot. You know, I don't even know you dudes, man, but I would never wish my life experience on none of y'all. Because nobody really knows what it feels like to wake up like me every day. Nobody knows that struggle, B. And y'all young men, y'all got your whole life ahead of y'all. You got so many opportunities ahead of you where you can use it, man. Use your opportunities.
You know what I mean? Don't, if you got an opportunity to do something and, you know, if you don't feel like doing it, that's when you gotta do it. You know what I mean? Every opportunity I get, I use, because every time I fill out a job application, it's like, I go to the interview. Well, Mr. Ingram, right now at this time, you wouldn't really seem like a good fit for this company. I'm sorry if anything else. Been hearing that for 3 years. Every job I ever got, you know, to be brutally honest, I done worked off the books my whole 3 years old. Never had a tax-paying job. No, one, when I was working with my brother right here. One tax-paying job. You know, but I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. You're supposed to pay taxes. And all the jobs I had off the books was hard work. It was honest. It was honest money. You know, if I'm gonna be out here and I'm gonna survive, like this man said, if you a man and you gotta be a provider, you got to do what you gotta do. But when I'm saying do what you gotta do, I'm not telling you to go out there and pick up a gun. I'm not telling you to go sell weed, crack, coke. I'm telling you to just dig deep. You know what I mean? I be on my phone every day. My girl will tell you, filling out job applications till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I filled out about 350 applications. I got one call to an interview. I gotta go all the way to Staten Island on Monday. I'm gonna go, you know. I mean, God willing, I get the job because I need it. A lot of people will hear my story and look at me and be like, yo, you know what I mean? That's how I want y'all to feel. I want you to feel like, you know, when people look at Steve Harvey, you know, when people look at LeBron James, I feel I'm in that stature. I feel I'm in that same realm, because considering what I've been through and where I'm at, I feel I'm on that same level. You know, I feel I'm definitely on that same level. And I know I haven't reached my pinnacle of success yet, but it's just starting. It's just starting. You know, and I see that, yeah, I'm getting up there in age, but it ain't gonna stop me. It ain't gonna stop me. But what I want just to convey to you guys, man, you know, if I made an impact on anybody, you know, tell your friend about me, tell your friend to tell your friend about me, tell your moms, tell your pops. And with that being said, man, my name is Keith, man. Peace.
Good, man.
We wrapping it up?
Down the line. This rap music, man, don't get lost in that track and that, listening to them songs over and over again thinking that's real, man. That's not real. What's here and what y'all going through right now, this is real life. This is real right here. Concerned Fathers, 100 Black Men, these other organizations, these men really want to help you. I told them somebody here wants to be the police, want to be a police. The police officer, I want to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to help guide him be a police. So that's what it's about, man. That rap music, I listen to rap music, but don't get trapped off in it thinking these lyrics is real. We love y'all. We get ready off with the C.O.T.A play. Everybody stand up.
Come on real quick, y'all. You gotta get this thing.
Too much. Just touch right there. Just come on up, touch like that. Everybody bump this. This. Go ahead.
Our thoughts become our actions.
Our thoughts become our actions.
Our actions become our habits.
Our actions become our habits.
Our habits become our character.
Our habits become our character.
And our character becomes our destiny.
And our character becomes our destiny.
All right, guys.